Why do people have to hold your hand? Why do people have to convince you that your health is important? Either you want it or you don't. Y'all see me fight day in and day out. Good morning, it's Friday, and welcome to week 6, which I can't even begin to fathom the fact that this is really the beginning of week 6. Like, where is time going? I don't quite understand, but you know, still here, still going strong. As y'all would have seen, I just ran. Actually, let's talk about this really quickly. Fridays are normally my steady state cardio days, i.e. days where I would most likely do the Stairmaster for 45-50 minutes, just at a like even pace, 8, 9, 10, just straight, right? But there is another young lady who comes in the mornings, and I really think she gets there maybe 5 to 10 minutes before I do, based off of when her machine stops and based off of how long I've been in there. But y'all remember it was like 2 or 3 weeks where I stopped going in the morning. I was basically just going in the evenings. I guess I gave up my right to the Stairmaster, because every Monday, Wednesday, Friday that I'm in there, she's pretty much in there except for this past Wednesday. And my alternative is me running like how I did this morning. I could walk on an incline, but like I said in last week's vlog, that doesn't do enough for me. It just doesn't. That alone doesn't. Like, I can run a mile and then walk on an incline for 20-30 minutes, but just walking on an incline don't do enough for me. I only ran a mile this morning and the rest of it was incline walk. I lie. I ended up switching my watch to walk after my run, but then I ended up still running some. So I ran for maybe, it was less than a half a mile, maybe like a third of a mile I ran. Everything else was a walk. I know I'm just like, I'm talking all over the place. I got a run done this morning, okay? I'm randomly talking for no reason. I need to go. I will see y'all tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. I have another run. That's my actual running day tomorrow. Upper body and core. So I'll see y'all then. Good morning. So the thing is, I don't normally wear cotton shirts when I run. I have this cotton shirt on because Mother Nature is said to be here today, and I'm feeling kind of bloated. I didn't want anything tight. I didn't want that, you know, the other black shirts that I wear, the more form-fitting ones. Yeah, I didn't want that. I need to be able to just be today. So I'm still gonna take my running shoes, and I'm gonna attempt to run in this cotton shirt. So we'll see. But I will make sure to get my steps in regardless if I end up running today or not. What else? Oh, I need to probably do some core work today. It is February the 1st. So if you watch week 5, I explained what my goals are for February. So now it's time for me to back my words up with actions. I'm gonna try my best to stick as closely as I can to my goals and any and everything that is going to set me up for success. But I'm headed out the door. I don't really have too much to say today. I don't know, I probably won't really record much. It is late in the evening. It is 8:58 p.m. But I just got groceries delivered, and I actually want to do a mini grocery haul just because. Wait. I know what you're probably thinking, Jasmine. We're gonna see your grocery hauls a million times, but it's a little bit different this time because I'm making slight tweaks, slight adjustments than normal. So like, let's go through it together. Let me just give you our view first. So there's definitely like a balance going on here, and I don't even know how to do this. I don't know how to show y'all. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna turn the camera back around and talk to y'all. Obviously, I have kale for my kale salads, and I have sunflower seeds to go in them. However, they did not have any dried cranberries, so won't be putting that in there this week, which is fine. Some bananas, eggs that are expensive as heck now. I really want to start making my own salad dressing, but for now, I'm still using this honey lime, but I'm going to get to the point of making my own soon, but little changes at a time first. I don't know. Depending on how long you've been watching the channel, then you might have seen me eat up some darn rice cakes. However, I normally get the chocolate rice cake. This is the first time ever in the history of ever that I have gotten any flavor outside of chocolate. This is the lightly salted, and the reason I did so is because of the ingredients. Such a big difference between the chocolate ones and this one. So I went with the simpler take, which is this. I'm going to spread almond butter on it. No sugar, no salt. Creamy. It's what I used to actually put on my chocolate rice cakes. Okay, this is not that great for me, right? But like, I'm tired of turkey bacon. So I have Vermont maple syrup sausages, and I'll eat 2 to 3 links, typically 3 links. I have some Atlantic salmon, fresh salmon. I've been trying to stop buying the frozen salmon. So I have this, which I got 1.5 pounds of. I already have 2 packs of chicken in the refrigerator from last week. It's still good, but I do need to cook it tomorrow or Monday at the latest. So that should hold me for the week, in addition to the salmon. I'm probably gonna be eating some of that chicken for breakfast as well, just because I won't be eating these sausages every day. But let's get back into it. Okay, so y'all know I normally eat jasmine rice a lot with my meals. I'm gonna start adding in sweet potato. However, I don't even like sweet potatoes, y'all. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I don't like the taste of I don't like the taste of sweet potatoes, but I know they're so good for you. Also, early on in my fitness journey, I used to tear down some sweet potatoes, and you know, it gets better after a while. Like, I would never ask a client, I would never ask you or anyone to eat something you don't enjoy, but I know they're better for me than like the alternatives. So it's not like I'm allergic or something, or I hate them. I just wouldn't necessarily like eat them. But I eat sweet potato fries, so I don't know. I'm just gonna sprinkle on some ground cinnamon. That's just gonna be that. No butter, no all that other stuff. Just ground cinnamon. What is next? I don't know if y'all saw this or not. My cycle is coming on, right? So I got some chocolate covered almonds. However, is this even 1/2 pound? Oh yeah, it is. I originally put in my cart a whole pound. And then I was like, Jasma, don't do too much, because you be doing too much. So I scaled it back to a 1/2 pound. I'm gonna have to make this last over my cycle when I get those cravings for chocolate. The last thing, I'm going to juice. I have not juiced since I've been in this apartment. I do have a juicer. I'm probably gonna juice on the vlog. So if you want to see that, come on over to the vlog that comes out after this video, most likely. And for the juice scene, I got some organic ginger, organic, hopefully. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 apples. I just got, these are supposed to be organic as well. What? I think these are just gala. I have lemons and limes. Ooh, y'all are getting heavy. Oh, it was upper body day, that's why. Also, I got 2 things of organic, again, organic, hopefully it is. Celery. It wasn't supposed to come in this bag. That's not how the picture looked online, but I have 2 things of this. And then I'm going to turn the camera back around. I also got some beets. Now listen, I don't eat beets, right? But I love beet juice. It's so sweet. It's so earthy. Love beet juice. So here they are. For now, I'm going to leave these in plastic. I normally wouldn't want to do that, but actually I might take it out. I should take it out. And then lastly are these waters. It is Mountain Valley. So I actually purchased Mountain Valley for the first time like 2 weeks ago. Here are the bottles right here, the empty ones. I was trying to keep them because I really want to recycle. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And in the meantime, I'm just not gonna throw them away until I figure out like, where do I take it? What do I do? Obviously, like, I think we all know that like plastic isn't great for us, right? And so I used to think that when water was in plastic, so like Essentia, Smart Water, like whatever, that it was only bad if like the water got warm, like in the car, and then like the plastic would like release chemicals and everything like that. But I think just being in plastic as a whole isn't that great, is what I'm learning. I mean, maybe y'all like, duh, Jasmine, but like I didn't know this. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But anyway, so I've been trying to purchase water, for like 2 weeks. They didn't have any last week when I tried to order it. But I've been trying to purchase water in glass bottles. It's supposed to be a little bit safer, as well as it being spring water. I only did a little bit of research. I don't have all the facts. But you know, how do we know anything is really true these days or good for us? Yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm thinking this is a vlog. This isn't a vlog. This is my fitness journey. So this is everything I got for the week, in addition to the chicken I already have. And this is gonna hold me. This is this week's meals and juice and water and all that great stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to lock in I'm trying to eat a little bit more whole foods. I'm trying, while still making sure to get in my protein. I'm also trying to do better at looking at the ingredients on the back of things. And that's one of the reasons why I said I want to start making my own vinaigrette or dressing, because I'm not pleased with everything that's in the dressing that I currently use. That's all. I'm not gonna continue to hold y'all. I will probably see y'all tomorrow for a leg day. Today went well, by the way, for upper body. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I did not end up running, which is crazy to me because today is the first day of February. But what I will do is make it up sometime this week. I have to do at least 2 runs a week. That's what's programmed. So I'm gonna make sure this week I hit 2 runs regardless. So although I didn't run today as planned or scheduled, I will make sure it still gets done. Okay. It's Sunday and I have a leg today. Ooh, a leg today. I have a leg day today. I'm actually excited for it. I have hip thrusts and I'm actually kind of excited. I'm getting back into that mode where I don't mind hip thrusts, and I'm like, who am I? Who? I try my best to not be an hold on. It's too loud. I try my best to not be an ego lifter. You know, it sneaks in every once in a while, of course. However, I think I will attempt, depending on how hip thrusts go, I might attempt 405 today, just to see if I still got it. That's it. Just to see if I still got it. But this morning, I took a video. I want to put it over here. I'm trying to find the proper words. Like, I'm happy. I'm pleased with it. Especially with it being that time of the month. I was like, oh, okay. You know, so I'm hyped. Anywho, I really just came on here this morning to show you guys what I was eating for breakfast before my leg day. Today is a high carb day, and so I'm about to carb up for immediate fuel. What? It's only 7 grams of carbs? I don't know why I thought there were more carbohydrates. Or maybe the chocolate one is, that's probably what it is. I'm so used to the chocolate one, and that one is probably more. With some almond butter, but I'm also going to throw a banana on it as well. I've never, ever mixed this with almond butter. Let's just try one out first. Let's just do one for right now. Just had to smell it. Of carbs. And it usually has like the wateriness at the top. Oop. Okay. It's not watery. It's oil. Okay, so y'all know that I track my macros. So I'm gonna eye this. I'm not gonna put it into this measuring cup, but I'm going to do this. I'm gonna take some out. I'm gonna stick it here. And do I feel like this was enough to fill this up? I do. All right. I really hope I like this. I'm gonna be sad if it's not even a little bit good. Because the other one, the chocolate rice cake, is everything. You just gotta make sure you have water on standby, or else you just might choke. Now let's weigh this banana. All right, 129 grams. This is how it looks. Now let's see how it tastes. Wow, I am pleasantly surprised. So my bottom teeth immediately started to bite into the bottom of the rice cake. So that was like the first kind of taste I got. I was like, oh, this is plain, which it is. But as I mixed the flavors together, it was like, this is still like a treat. You telling me this whole time I've been avoiding these lightly salted rice cakes and getting the chocolate ones that have ingredients that I'm not too sure what they are and has a higher percentage of sugar when I could have just been getting these. And they're a little bit softer than the chocolate ones. Okay, y'all. Like, I'm not even trying to like hype this. This ain't bad. I like it. Well, it won't be the last day that I have this. That's good. Okay, let's see how many grams of carbs this is. 44 grams of carbs. I'm not gonna record my workout because it's the same lift I did from last week, but I will record my Thursday lower body lift because I have front squats, and I want to show y'all the proof that I was talking about in last week's video for my PR. Well, it wasn't a PR, but I want to show y'all that, so I'll see you later. Good morning. It is Monday morning. It definitely and certainly feels like Monday. I pretty much just came on here to tell y'all that I'm really not working out today. I'm going to take it as a rest or recovery day. But hear me out. I'm going to voluntarily take a rest recovery day before I'm forced to take one or multiple. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you don't listen to your body and you push it a little too far, then it sits you down itself. I don't want that to happen. I'm not sore, but when I tell you from my shoulders down to my ankles, I feel tired. Now, it is that time of the month, but I think more so because I really have been giving it my all pretty much through January as much as I could. And I just think I'm due for a true rest day. But on a totally different note, I ended up juicing yesterday. It made a lot more than I thought it would because I have this, which I'm assuming is about 16 ounces. And then this, which I don't know how many ounces this is. I don't know, 30. I'm just throwing a number out there. Since of it, let's taste it together now and see what it's giving. I'm scared. I'm gonna use a straw. Because knowing me, I'm gonna spill that all over myself. Okay, let's see. It smells extremely gingery, whatever. Ooh. But the ginger is absolutely hitting. Like my throat right now is on fire. That's enough. But I do hope by taking today pretty easy that I am prepped and ready for tomorrow for an upper body lift and a treadmill run. So we shall see. But let me stop yapping. Something I do want to talk about in this video is growing your glutes because, honey, it's possible. I am living proof of it. I have clients who are proof of it. Like, you can grow your glutes. But let me formulate my thoughts so I'm not all over the place. And let's sit down and talk about growing glutes. I may not look like it, but I feel a lot better. My body feels a lot better. I absolutely needed that rest day yesterday. It's 4:55 a.m. I'm about to head out to go lift. This morning I have a run on the treadmill and I have upper body and some core. I may make another one of those rice cakes really quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna finish getting myself together, eat, fill my water up, and I will see y'all at the gym. I have about an hour before I go run. My goal is going to be 2 miles because honestly, when we think about it, like I know my goal is 1 mile nonstop. Every day that I run, it should be 1 mile nonstop at the minimum. But I just feel like at this point it should be 2. Like it should be 2. So today I'm going to aim for 2. That's my goal. But I do need to properly fuel before I do that. Y'all, at this point it's an addiction. At this point I am loving this whole rice cake, almond butter, and banana situation. Absolutely loving it. Like, it's so good. It's so light. It's like perfect. I am really not only hoping but praying for an amazing run today and to be able to update y'all on that. Monday's run did not go that well. It was very much stop and it was very much walk and run. It felt like I had cinder blocks on my feet. It was tough. It was extremely tough. I got the mile done, but it wasn't nearly as good as what I know I could do. I did not get up this morning and I am disappointed because this is the first morning out of the last week and a half where I have not gotten up during the week at 4 to go do my cardio and or lift. Well, except for Monday. Monday was a rest day. I actually needed that. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like a day that, y'all know what I'm saying, okay? So I am disappointed because of course now I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. It's just something about getting up and getting it over with that I love. It just makes my day seem a little bit better, a little bit more cohesive. It just flows better. I have more energy. But we're gonna get it done regardless, okay? Okay, I'll see y'all in a bit. Can we talk? Let me turn my watch off. So earlier when I was on, I had 1 hour left at work. I was on my last 15-minute break. And then an hour left before I went to go run. When I tell you I had such a rough ending to my workday that I quite literally used that to get me through my run today. That's all I needed actually. That was all I needed. I did the 2 miles that I said I was gonna do, but I feel a lot better. Like I'm not nearly as, what's the word? I don't know, I'm not as upset and as angry as I was before. I've calmed down a lot. Like it's still there a little bit. Like I gotta go pray when I get in the shower. and like talk to God about it, because I think I mentioned this like a few weeks ago. I almost always feel better after I work out. After I lift, after cardio, I feel better. And maybe that's the fuel I needed to get through those 2 miles, but they did get done. Yeah, I actually don't have anything else to say. The 2 miles got done, and in case you don't believe me, I don't know if y'all can even see it, but the second one, yep, that's the 2 miles. I started off with an indoor walk, warmed up, did my 2 miles, and then I just walked for another 18 minutes and change. Front squats, and y'all know I am hype. Per usual, this morning I did either 20 or 25-minute walk, and then I did a dynamic warm-up. I always start off with just a bar, even if I'm doing back squats, just a bar first. And I just normally do about 8 reps of these, and then I move into just having a plate on, and I'll do this for a few reps as well. Oftentimes I like to pause. I'm not sure why I didn't pause this morning, but it is what it is. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, these front squats did not go the way I planned, and I could tell in my right knee that it fell off some. But y'all gonna see what happens. Then I went ahead and moved up to, what is this, 135, 145, 155. This is 165. And I just did this for 3 reps, again, because I could feel my right knee was bothering me some. But it wasn't bothering me enough to stop. It was just bothering me enough to be like, don't go too hard today, Jasma. At this point, I'm like, I need my belt. Belt is on. I'm at 185. And I think I just go into singles now because I'm not trying to risk it. Oh, nope. I did too. All right, then. Easy. All right, now we're at 205, I think. Minus 10. Yeah, 205. Which any day, this is a pretty easy squat for me for front squat. So let's see how I do. Okay, not too bad, right? Now, please pay attention to my face here. I have 225. And I'm overthinking it. I'm in my head. I'm taking longer than normal to set up, to get in position. Eyes are closed. I don't know. Unrack it. My walk back is all right. Now watch this. Absolutely not. Nope, gonna call it. So, yep, back to fellow 225. Good morning. Please don't mind my hair. Let's talk about growing glutes really quickly, because this seems to be a topic that came about at one specific time and has never left being a main topic. Everybody wants glutes. And as someone who had to grow their glutes, because I guess when God was, creating you, whatever, and pouring in the different parts of me, he was like, I'm going to give you personality. I'm going to give you a great sense of humor. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. But the glutes, you're going to have to grow on your own, Jasma. And I guess that's why we're here. If I can find photos of myself that are not too embarrassing, and I don't mean embarrassing because of the lack of glutes, but because of what I probably had on, then I will put up some pictures of my glutes earlier in life. Yes, these go back to 8-ish years ago, but that's before I started strength training and lifting consistently. I intentionally do not show my butt a lot on the channel. I just don't see a point in it personally, but I have been able to grow. I would say it's nice, it's there, it's curvy, it's, I didn't used to have it. It's definitely built. But I took some notes because I wanted to talk about growing your glutes and how it is possible even if you, for lack of better words, weren't born with them. I've had clients and we've seen significant increases in their glute size, obviously in the strength of their posterior chain and things like that. So I definitely believe wholeheartedly that you can grow your glutes. I'm not saying that you're gonna walk around here with a Lisa Ray behind. Genetics does still play a portion, but I definitely think that there are things that we have in our control to emphasize our glutes. And so let's talk about that. Also, this is a reminder. Do what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. Do what works for you. I'm just telling you, as a certified strength and conditioning coach, the things that I will implement with my clients, the things that I would recommend. But do what works for you. Obviously, the first thing, you probably hear this a lot, progressive overload. I know you hear it over and over and over. What is progressive overload? What does that look like? A lot of times people think that progressive overload is simply increasing the weight in which you're doing something. So let's just talk about hip thrusts, right? Easy thing to talk about. 4 sets of 8, for example, on hip thrusts, or 4 sets of 15 on hip thrusts, is probably not going to get you what you're looking for in terms of growing your glutes. We're not talking about strength right now. We're not talking about endurance, muscular endurance, anything else. We're talking about breaking down the fibers so that they repair themselves stronger and bigger. The size of the glutes, right? Doing 4 sets of 15, 4 sets of 8, really with any movement is probably not going to yield you the results that you want. And so when it comes to progressive overload, that doesn't just look like increasing your weight. It can also look like the amount of reps you do at a specific weight, so increasing those. Also time under tension, so pause reps. Thinking about the eccentric, so really taking your time and going slower on the eccentric. There are different ways to implement progressive overload. It doesn't always have to be you increasing the weight, although that is one of the ways you can. Also, you can adjust your rest time, because say for instance you normally rest, let's just say 2 minutes between your sets. Not saying you should or shouldn't rest 2 minutes, I'm just throwing this out there. Eventually your body's going to get used to those 2 minutes of rest. You could simply think about decreasing their rest time. So it's a little bit more fatigue, which means the next set is going to be a little bit more intense. It's going to require more of those muscle fibers. It's going to break them down. It's going to damage them so they can be rebuilt. So also playing with rest times is a form of progressive overload as well. It all really comes down to intensity, to volume, to rest, to all these different factors. Have progressive overload within your program consistently. You can't just do it for a week and expect to get the results. Week after week, these days, each individual session adds up to bigger results. Stick with it, be consistent with progressive overload, challenge your body, and you'll see the growth. Now, there are some other parts obviously we need to talk about. So that was just the first thing. Secondly, eating in a surplus. Now so there's like other parts to it. Let's say if you're someone who is new to lifting, you're a novice, like you literally do not strength train, this is your first time going into it. Someone who is a novice, someone who is new to strength training, has the ability to drop body fat and gain muscle even while being in a deficit when they first start, because their body is not used to this. It's a new stimulus for the body, right? For someone who is new to strength training, it's easier for them to see changes, whether that be in muscle mass and muscle size, whether that's in strength or whether that's in like neuromuscular terms. They're able to see those adjustment quicker. Now it tapers off pretty fast. For most people, however, since you've been working out for as long as I have, 8 years, right? I would most likely need to be in a surplus. I would need to be eating a little bit more calories than I am burning in order to continue to add on muscle mass. I'm not saying a whole 1,000 calorie surplus. I'm just saying somewhat in a surplus. 2 other things. Exercise choice matters. This is just my opinion. Please don't be offended by it. Please also don't try to debate me, because I'm not going to debate you. Like, it's my opinion. But I personally feel like there are specific exercises that are great for glute growth, because the glutes are one of the primary muscle groups responsible for the movement. And then there are movements that we have tried to make into glute exercises specifically. I'm personally not a fan of sumo squats. I see so many people do them and the posture is terrible. Like, this is no good for you. In my opinion, I don't like sumo squats personally. I would never program them. And when I say sumo squats, I don't mean just like in general sumo squats. I mean with the dumbbell here and you're hunched over and you're not even doing a full complete rep up. Oh my goodness, my camera's about to die. I don't like that. My battery died. I have 19% now. Let's finish this up. The posture. it's literally no good for you. Like, what are we doing here? In addition to that, like Bulgarian split squats, love them down, love them. But the primary point of a split squat, regardless of if your back foot is elevated or not, or if your front foot is elevated or not, it's the quads. Do the glutes play a part? Absolutely. But why would you structure a movement that is primarily for the quads? The quads are primarily doing the work to be on a glute day. Instead, just allow that to be an extra glute stimulus. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not allow the step ups? Why not allow the Bulgarian split squats, things like that, to be on an actual like quad day, and you just get an extra stimulus of your glutes? Now, mind you, I said do what you want to do, but I'm just trying to provide information that I feel like makes better sense and is going to use your time and your efforts the way that you would want in order to grow your glutes. It just doesn't make sense. Why are we trying to make these into glute bias exercise? Lean so much more forward when you do Bulgarian, but why when you could do this list of things I'm about to name? Why when you can do hip thrusts? You can do a barbell, kettlebell, dumbbell, banded. You can do single leg hip thrusts. You can do B-stance hip thrusts. You can do RDLs, B-stance RDLs, single leg RDLs. You can do abductors, glute hypers, kickbacks, glute pull-throughs, good mornings, kettlebell swings, like, and not even to mention all of the machines I'm seeing pop up in different gyms that are specific to the glutes. You have so many options. I don't understand why we're making other movements into glute bias exercises. To me, that just doesn't make sense when you can really target the glutes in all of the movements I just named, and they're hinge exercises, which makes complete sense. Stiff leg deadlifts, like, there are so many options. I'm sorry, I get very passionate about this. Anyway, my whole point in saying that is I wanted to give you different movements that you can start including, and it doesn't have to be such a large variety of exercises. Like, you really don't need a lot. You just need to be consistent, and you need to work hard and challenge yourself. And then the fourth thing I wanted to mention is just to have a high protein diet. With working with clients, with seeing things online, oftentimes people mention that they cannot hit specific protein goals. And I'm gonna just be honest, I don't have any empathy for that because it's really not that difficult. Mind you, I have to hit 190 grams a day and I can do it. And your goal is 130. I don't understand, but you can eat carbs and carbs and carbs and carbs, but then you don't want to get creative and you don't want to take the time to figure out other means of getting protein in, but you want the body. It's contradicting, and it just gives me a feeling of you're not willing to put in the work. You have to make sacrifices, and I think a lot of people think this space is just like you can do what you want to do and still get the same results. You can't. Most of us can't. Unless you're still in like your early 20s, girl, then I can eat what I want. I can drink what I want and still kind of hold on to something. Now, absolutely not. You're going to have to be more intentional about the things that you eat if you want to meet your protein goals. And it's really not that difficult for most people. I can't speak over 190 because, I don't know, it might get difficult then. I am actually done holding hands when it comes into this fitness space. I am done babying people because, like, either you want it or you don't. Y'all see me fight day in and day out with this series, with the previous series. Like, not every day is perfect for me. Some days I fall off, but there are a lot of days where I sacrifice things in order to reach my goals. Don't you do that in any other area of your life? So why can't you do it in the fitness area? Why do people have to hold your hand? Why do people have to convince you that your health is important? Don't you want to do that for yourself? Again, I get very passionate about this. I'm not sure how it comes off, but just know it's passion there more than anything. And one last thing that has nothing to do with any of this, but I wrote it down to remind myself to say it. You know how it used to be a saying, you gotta trick your body, so you gotta switch it up and do different things. No, you don't. You literally don't. Maybe this is actually, this will be number 5. Like, be consistent with the things that you do. Be consistent with your program. You don't need a million different movements in a program, and you don't need to be switching it every 2 weeks, every week, every time you go into the gym, every 4 weeks. Like, give yourself time, 6 to 8 weeks at least. Like, follow that program through. Like, see what it does for you. Make minor changes if you need to, but to completely switch time after time after time again is not doing you any favors. It's not about tricking your body, it's about challenging your body. Totally different. I actually feel myself getting really there's so much I want to say now, but like, this is not the time nor the place. I hope in some capacity that this has been helpful as far as growing your glutes. Let me give you a quick summary. 1, progressive overload. 2, eating in a surplus. 3, exercise choice. 4, high protein diet. And 5, be consistent, follow our program. Please and thank you. This is the end of week 6. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's specific topics you would like for me to include in week 7 or 8 or any weeks going forward. Thank you guys so much for being here, and enjoy your day.